Hello and welcome. Come one, come all. We've got another episode ready in store for you. Episode 2 of the Blitz with AZ and Fitz. It was a big week of football, a lot of action. Last week was a pretty big week as well, but we had some surprising results, surprising outcomes this week. I actually thought some of the outcomes this week were maybe a little bit more interesting even than last week's. Can't wait to hear AZ's opinion on that, but before we just get right into it, we do have a little housekeeping. Last week was our first episode, and we had a lot of people show out, and we could not be more grateful. It was a great show, and so many people came through for us, sharing around the podcast, and I'd like to pass it over to AZ. Anybody he wants to thank, appreciation of the viewers.
Yeah, definitely want to say a big thank you to everybody that shared the podcast, that tuned in, hit the like button. I want to say a big thank you to the AGS community, Hard A, for shouting out the podcast, getting us more viewers. Honestly, my goal for the podcast first episode was at least 100 views. Like, if we could get 100 views, I was like, okay, that shows that people are interested. We're doing something right that people enjoy. So we ended up, last time I checked, it was 464 views. So we definitely surpassed the goal I had set for the first video. So I want to give a big thank you once again. I mean, thanks to y'all, I got me a little extendo clip from my mic. So hopefully y'all can hear me better. A lot of feedback I had last week was I sounded like far away. My mic sucked. My mic's all right, man. It's a Blue Yeti. So, I mean, hopefully the quality is a little bit better now that I got this long extendo arm for the mic. So can't wait to get started. We got a packed show. So hopefully y'all enjoy.
Yeah, and I'd like to shout, especially my wife and my mother-in-law. They were at work. Anybody they can get a hold of, football fans, even some non-football fans, I'll be honest. But if they knew football fans, whether they watch football or not, they were spreading it around to anyone that would be willing to watch or check it out. And just see how the first episode goes, and that's another thing. We're open to criticism. Man, leave a comment. I forgot to say it at the beginning of the show last week. Leave a comment, introduce yourself. Don't be afraid, The water's warm. Tell us what your favorite team is, how you thought they did, what you thought of this week of football, or what you thought of the show. We love feedback, love commentary. I'll read them all. I don't care, good or bad. If you want to talk shit, talk your shit. I don't care.
Yeah. We don't got haters. We're not doing anything right. Yeah. We need some haters sometimes.
Yeah, we need some haters. I got a little bit of hate feedback, but I won't go too deep into it. But they didn't leave the comments on the show, which I wouldn't have cared if they did. So we're going to get rolling into the topics. The first one I have on the docket here is Colts versus Chiefs. Colts versus Chiefs. I know it was not the outcome AZ was looking for. What'd you make of the game?
Give me a second, please. It's kind of hard. Okay. Colts, man. I don't know what happened this past Sunday. I thought we were ready for the big game. Thought we were ready for prime time, even though we were in prime time, which is kind of crazy.
You should have been. Should have been.
Thought we were ready for prime time. The lights got too bright for us, I guess, at the end there. We started off strong. I like the way we were going down the field, pretty much scoring at will, it looked like. I was like, okay, we were up double-digit points. We were doing our thing. And second half, I don't know what happened. A scary stat that I saw, in the fourth quarter and overtime, we got zero first downs. I don't know.
4 straight 3 and outs.
Yeah, it was bad, man. I don't know what happened. We left I expected the Chiefs to come out playing hungry and motivated because they were coming off 2 straight losses. Playoffs were on the line.
This might have done it in. If they lost this game, the road to the playoffs would have been hard for them.
Hard, yeah. So I'm glad we were able to help out the AFC champs. And I know the NFL's happy about the Chiefs back in contention because they want those ratings. They want those Swifties to be happy. It's all good, man. I understand what's going on. No one likes the Colts because we don't got no big stars on our team. I get it. It's an agenda. Mahomes, Kelsey and Taylor Swift, they bring in ratings. I get that, man, but if I could take any positives away from this game, is we hung in with the Chiefs. We took them to overtime. That's the AFC champ spot still, by the way, until someone else makes the Super Bowl this year. They're still the big dogs to take out. Other than that, man, on to the Texans next week. It's going to be a tough game, and I'm hoping we get back to our winning ways. We haven't lost 2 games in a row. This can either motivate us in the right direction, or this could be the downfall of the Colts season.
Yeah, I mean the positive news is that you are still 8-3. You are still in command and control of your own destiny.
We're still number 1 in the division. The Jaguars are 1 game below us, but I'm not worried about Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, man. You know, easy money. But I am a little concerned of the loss, but we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. We're still, second best team in the AFC. I said what
second
I said.
best, huh?
I said what I said, and I'm staying on it.
Second best. You're not still first best? You just had a bad game. First best team had a bad game.
We lost to the Chiefs. Chiefs lost to the Broncos. Right now, therefore, Broncos are in first ahead of us. I'll give them that.
So you believe in that transitive property of winning? Oh, we lost to that team. They beat that. Yeah. You believe in that? See, I don't know, man. I think it's matchup dependent, Even though that team lost to that team, you got, you could play that team that just beat the team you lost to and win. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. This football's weird. It's very matchup dependent.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right, guys. Next week, Texans, easy money. We'll be all right.
Easy money, huh? I don't know, man. That is not exactly an easy get-right game. I have a little thing, a little hot take in store about that Texans game later. Look forward to that. But as far as this Chiefs-Colts game, this did not inspire anything in me in either way. I was looking for somebody to plant their flag in the ground and say, you know what, the AFC is... It's still ours. The AFC goes through us. Whether we're 6-5 or 9-2, it doesn't matter. The AFC still goes through us. Whether we play at Arrowhead or Lucas Oil, wherever. No one did that. I wasn't inspired by this Chiefs win. They got down there, all these long drives, kicking field goals, and a little credit to Indy's defense, but if the Chiefs are who we think they are and they have all this aura and mystique, this should never have went to overtime. When they got down there in the final drive of the game to put it away and score a touchdown and just take it over, they had a 1-yard loss on a run play, an incomplete pass, and then Patrick Mahomes takes a sack and they have to kick a field goal. That didn't inspire me any which way about the Chiefs. And as for the Colts, man, oh my God. This is going to contribute heavily to a narrative going into the playoffs about how Daniel Jones, much like Sam Darnold, can't handle the bright lights. A big game comes and he disappears in the fourth quarter. They did not do anything in the fourth quarter. Nothing. And they even took away Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, JT was my front runner for MVP, and I guess he took the week off this past Sunday, and he only had 50-something yards. Not like him. And I don't know why we didn't feed them the ball. It's not like we were playing from behind the whole game, so I don't know why we didn't just keep feeding them the ball, force it down their throats, pause. But, it was just you're bound to have a bad game. I mean, we were due a bad one. Chiefs,
I know.
Were desperate. They were at home. They had playoffs on the line. We got lackadaisical, and I guess took the week off or took the second half off, I should say, and let the Chiefs come back in it. And that's the biggest difference in this game is the Chiefs were 0-5 in one-score games, and they finally got one. They're eventually going to, Mahomes, he's eventually going to pull one out of the hat because they've been they've been losing the one-score games, which was the biggest difference from this year and last year's Chiefs. Is the Chiefs last year were 9-1 or in a one-score game, something like that, something crazy like that. They were basically winning one-score games. And this year they're losing them. That's the biggest difference between the Chiefs from last year and this year. And yeah, man,
that is true.
We let them off the hook.
You definitely let them off the hook. Not to get any help from your playmakers. And really, I know every team you kind of feel like, oh, they're due a bad game, or you can let them get away with one bad game where they have an off week. They've been winning a lot lately, and they lay an egg. You can allow that because it happens in football, but every once in a while, there's a game on your schedule you just need to show up for. This was that game for the Colts.
It was.
And this narrative is
frauds.
Yeah. This narrative is going to ride into the playoffs, which I imagine they're going to make the playoffs. They aren't online for the 1 seed anymore. They're going to have to hope for other people to lose, and it'll be tough. You'd love for that championship game to go through Lucas Oil. You would have loved that, but
all the playoff games to go through Lucas Oil, so we could stay indoors. Daniel Jones don't look like New York Jones, and
having to go to Arrowhead or somewhere similar, New England, that's
where it's cold,
sucks. If you have to go to New England, that just, oh man, as a dome team, I mean, it's hard to play out there, even if you're Miami or some other outdoor team from the South or whatever. It's hard to go to New England and win. It's dreary, it's wet, it's mucky, it's nasty, it's cold, rainy, snowy, sleety.
Yeah, we don't have the best history in New England as Colts, so I would prefer not to go there if we can avoid it, but I agree.
Yeah, and this was a letdown, but like I said, as for the Chiefs, it didn't do much for me either. Like, you guys are still not, I don't see any aura. Where's your aura? That to me was not aura. All them field goals, going down at the end of the game to win it, and
hold on,
tying it up.
Making it sound like we're just supposed to get beat up by the Chiefs. We did the best we could to hold Mahomes' magic down to a minimum, man. Give us some credit for that. At least we made them look, lackluster and
to some degree, yeah.
Inspiring. Yeah.
To some degree, yes.
Credit.
I expect Andy Reid and Mahomes, with their history, with how well they know each other, with that offense, they will make adjustments. And they did not. Field goal. They only scored 1 touchdown.
Yeah, Mahomes, he looks a little off this year. Like, those backyard plays, I saw one play where he did a scramble and he threw it to Kelsey and he overthrew him. He's been missing a lot of those.
I think right now he has a tendency to go haywire. He's off. Yeah, he does not look right to me.
Yeah, and the throws he usually makes, drops from the bucket, he's kind of missing those right now, and that's what I think is really impacting the team's success. Is he's just missing those throws that he used to make in his sleep.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing it from them. No aura or mystique for me. I can't imagine. I was just trying to project what this would have looked like had Mahomes played the Rams. I just don't think it would have been pretty. I know you laugh. I don't think you could play that way and beat the Rams.
Hey, man, like you said, every game, it's all about matchups. Maybe the Chiefs match up well against the Rams.
Maybe. So we're going to turn a page. Our next topic. This game made me want to lose my mind. This is crazy. Eagles versus Cowboys.
Well, the Eagles finally showed some offense, and
then they didn't.
Like the Colts, and then they just took the rest of the game off. I don't know what happened. They were up 21. I was like, well, this game's already over before it started. And then give credit to the Cowboys. They didn't give up. They kept fighting. George Pickens, he's a certified baller, man. If I'm Dak, I'm restructuring my contract to make sure we keep Pickens for next year and going forward, because CeeDee Lamb, he's been kind of dropping a lot of passes lately, and Pickens been picking them up. So they got to definitely keep Pickens. Since the trade deadline, or since the trades were made with the Cowboys, their defense has looked a lot better, in my opinion. Because they were like terrible before the trade deadline. And they got some pieces on defense. They're playing well, and maybe this is a start for the Cowboys to make that run and make it into the playoffs. Who knows? Maybe with the Commanders out the way now, they're the second best team in the East, NFC East, I think, in my opinion. Hate to say that, give Cowboys credit, but hurts my soul. But, you know, they might be the second best team in the NFC East, with the Giants being the Giants and the Commanders banged up right now. They can make a run and make the playoffs. Dak played really well. I mean, he made a bonehead pick where he threw it to a guy that was double covered. I don't know what he was thinking there. He just panics sometimes and makes bonehead throws like that. But other than that, they had a really clean game.
They moved the ball. Even when they weren't scoring, they were moving.
Yeah, they were moving the ball. That offense, the Cowboys' offense is not the problem. It was always just their defense this season that was really letting them down. They were putting up points. Pickens is balling out, though. I got to give credit.
Dak is actually playing really well. Like, yeah, statistically speaking, the way he's, like, his grading, like when you grade each of his throws and break it down in that way, he's playing pretty quarterback position pretty well.
Yeah, If they didn't lose that Panthers game, man, they would be in a pretty good position.
Or the Arizona game. God, that one is just, you look, that's the one they're going to look back on and be like, oh my God, wow.
Should have won that. That and the Panthers. I think those 2 games, they should have won those 2 games, but I don't know. Dak always struggles with the Cardinals. I don't know why. It's really weird, but yeah, other than that, Cowboys look good. You know, they showed a lot of heart. They didn't give up. Pickens is a great receiver for the Cowboys. He's balling out, and Dak, he played well, man. This is the games the big games is where he loses. So he didn't make me a believer yet, because I still doubt Dak in big game situations, especially playoff football. But he did well. I'll give him credit. I'll give him some credit, a little bit, just a little teaspoon of credit. He did his thing.
Yeah, so the Eagles came out to a blazing 21-0 start, and you were like, oh, here we go. The route is on. You know, I was like, okay. The Eagles came in with a game plan finally. They figured out their offense. No. Did you know something about the Eagles? And I just heard this I want to say yesterday, and I had to write it down. They are near the bottom of the league in terms of drives that end in punts. Also near the bottom of the league in terms of drives that end with 3 and outs. That is crazy for a team of this caliber. The NFC Championship, many still believe they're second best team in the NFC. That is an insane stat. And it's making me wonder if A.J. Brown does have a point. Like, this offense is broken. They need a consultant. They need somebody to come in there and tell somebody what to do, because something's not working. Ocho Cinco once said, like, I can look, and I don't even watch Eagles tape, but I can look based on their alignment. I know A.J. Brown, if he lines up like this and the offense is like this, he's going to run it out. If he lines up like this and he's going to run a curl. If it's this, it's going to be a dig. I can look at him and know.
Really basic offense. And Saquon, he's not in the same. Well,
no.
I don't want to say it's him per se. The offensive line is Lane Johnson's out pretty much for the season, so they're missing some pieces offensively on the offensive line, because that was like their biggest strength was the O-line. Push, feed it to Saquon, opens up the pass game for Jalen Hurts, play action. He has A.J. Brown with Devontae Smith. And, I mean, they showed some flashes, but that run game, without the run game, I don't see them being a big problem offensively, but they still have that great defense. And I think this was just a one-off game for the defense. Obviously, when your offense is not helping you, you have to stay on the field constantly, because your offense is getting 3 and out. You're going to wear out eventually, and they're going to have a breakthrough on the other side of the ball. And, saw what the Cowboys did. They came back from 21 down. So
I think this is even concerning, though, from the Eagles' defense perspective, because when they go up against a quarterback that could sit in the pocket and spin it, which Dak can, and even when they weren't scoring and they were down 21-0, they were still moving the ball. They were just making some boneheaded mistakes. Eagles defense did look a little more susceptible against the more inexperienced guys, the ones that have a tendency to play off script and stuff. Maybe the Eagles defense does look elite, but when you play Dak Prescott, when you play a Joe Burrow, a Matthew Stafford, somebody could sit in the pocket.
Dak always played good against the Eagles, though. Let me see his record versus the Eagles.
At home, he's great. Dak at home in divisional games is amazing. I don't know if he ever loses at home in a divisional matchup, which is crazy. His record, I think, in those is insane. Like high teens or something, and but the Cowboys showed a lot of fight in this game. I am not sold on, like you, though, on them making the playoffs. I think it's just they got themselves so far behind the 8 ball in this season. They're going to have to fight it out with either the Lions, the Niners, or the Packers, I would imagine. One of those 3, and that's a tall task, man, because they're way ahead. The Cowboys are going to have to cross their fingers and pray to even have a shot at the playoffs. And nothing really ever indicates to me, even with how good this comeback was, nothing about it indicated to me that the Cowboys are ready for prime time. I just don't know. There's too much wrong with this team. Even though Pickens and CD, that's a great one too, right there. That's a tandem.
It's a great duo. Just CD needs to get it together a little bit this season with the drops.
Yeah.
Dak's 10-5 against the Eagles in his career. So I was like, every time I see Dak play the Eagles, he always tends to do well.
Yeah.
And so 26 touchdowns and 9 interceptions career-wise against the Eagles. I mean, he shows up for the Eagles game, but
yeah,
they don't play the Eagles in the playoffs, sadly. So
something with Philly ain't right, dude. That offense.
Yeah, Saquon. I know he's getting frustrated because he's averaging like 40 yards a game this season. The only game I remember him going off this whole year was against the Giants, which I figured he would show up to play his former team and ball out. But other than that, teams are saying, Jalen Hurts, you got to beat us.
Mm-hmm. And Jalen often makes that one critical play, and you kept waiting for that moment for him to come in, like you said, clutch, take over the game, and say, "No, it was fun while it lasted. I know you guys are having fun out here, but it's time to get serious. We're a better team. We just fell asleep." And he never made that play. And this is the kind of result you're going to get, because they've been really squeaking by a lot of games, and it has not looked pretty. Like, man, it has looked real hard for them at times. And it finally came back to bite them in the ass, and they lost control and of their own destiny for the 1 seed. They handed it over to LA. And that's tough, because they really want to play in Philly. That is a shitty place to go and play. Now, the one thing good for Philly is if they do play LA in the NFC Championship, they'll probably be like half Eagles fans in the stands, I'll be honest. Because,
they travel well, Eagles fans.
Well, it's not even just that, but LA is a mishmash of people from everywhere. Yeah.
It's very diverse.
Yeah, there's a number of Rams fans, but like, if you're born in the East Coast and you love Philly, you're going to be wearing your Philly jersey in SoFi. That's just what it is. But yeah, this was a crazy game, and as a Rams fan, I'm very appreciative to the Cowboys right now, because it gave us a path to the 1 seed. It's wide open. We control our own destiny, and that makes me happy. But we did want also to talk about the Vikings versus Packers. I'm not going to lie, I didn't pay super close attention to this game live. I found it very dull. But the J.J. McCarthy story, it was. Even the Packers, they won 23-6 or whatever it was. Nothing inspires me about it. It's sort of like a little bit like Philly. And like...
You mean the Chiefs?
Well, the Chiefs and Philly, offensively, they didn't really inspire me. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of running the ball, just grinding it out. Jordan Love doesn't really seem to be throwing it deep down the field or anything. Like, it was a lot of checkdowns. I just don't love
tight end.
Yeah,
Jordan Love misses tight end.
Yeah, that could be a factor. It's so boring. It's so boring to watch them play, and I know they have a good defense, but how good are they really? How much can we judge against the Vikings? Who even knows? You know, I'd love to see them against a more consistent and elite offense. But
they still got one more game with the Lions, so that'll be a good test. The Bears, I think they still have the Bears left too.
That Lions rematch is going to be interesting. Bears should be too, because the Bears might win that division. See, now I have to become like a bandwagon Bears like, not like I am with the Rams, but, you know, like my stepchild, you know what I mean? Like, just because you hate them, it makes me want to love them. I you know, they've been bad so long, you know, they're due. It's kind of like I felt like about the Lions a couple of years ago. It's like, oh, you know, Detroit, they're due. And then after a couple letdowns and them beating the Rams, that kind of pissed me off too in the playoffs. Then I didn't feel so attached to them anymore. But yeah, just because you hate the Bears makes me like them more. But yeah, the real reason this interested me, this game, Packers-Vikings, is because of the J.J. McCarthy story. I'm not going to lie. Like, watching this just complete disaster is so interesting to me, because I can't think of any other story in sports quite like this to compare to, where you come off that 14-win season, almost get the 1 seed, and this is a debacle.
they're most likely. I don't see them making the playoffs. No, there's no way they're making the playoffs.
No.
And yeah, JJ, man, he gets like worse every game. I don't know if it's because I'm watching him. Maybe I make him nervous. I'm sorry, JJ, but he is not ready. I don't think so. I think he needs more time in the oven. Or maybe this is just the best it's gonna get for JJ. I mean, he was in the big time passer in college, so this is kind of, I guess maybe what we'll get from JJ ceiling wise. Maybe this is ceiling, and yeah, someone's gonna probably get fired for this. Hopefully, if I'm a Vikings fan, I'm tearing my hair out that we let Sam go, and he's doing way better than JJ right now. Obviously,
I don't know how true this is. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but just to put this in perspective, I heard this in passing, so take it with a grain of salt. I heard that his passer rating would have been better if every time that he did attempt a pass, he would have instead spiked the ball. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
That is the level of train wreck. And I know we covered this last week, but I just wanted to give you that stat to put it in. That is historically shit. That's that's Jamarcus Rustlers. Like,
you don't want to be in that category, buddy. You don't want to be compared to Jamarcus Russell ever. But yeah, less than 100 yards passing. Like, I know Justin Jefferson's so mad. He's probably texting Sam Darnold every night. I miss you, man. Come back. Wish you were here right now.
Yeah, missing you right now. Love letters and shit. Yeah,
I'm sorry as a Vikings fan, man. I'm sorry.
I
know.
Had
your hopes up last year, thinking like, all right, we're on something good right now. Next year is going to be even better.
And our coaching staff, our GM, they really believe in this guy. They must see something in him to really make them believe it's the right decision to move on from Sam. Sam may have just been a product of the system, and with this system and a young, upper tier talent that they really believe in, man, we could really be cooking. Man, I feel so bad for Vikings fans. No one deserves this. This is just, I would stop loving football almost if this was my team. And it's really the quintessential Vikings thing. There's never been maybe anything more Vikings than this. Even the loss in the 98 championship game, that was probably their worst ever. 4 Super Bowl losses in the 70s. Brett Favre throwing an interception in, 2011 or whatever, 2010?
2010.
Yeah.
And they lost to the Saints to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 98 and that 2010, they should have went to the Super Bowls both those years. Those teams were awesome. This might take the cake. This might be the most Vikings thing I have ever seen. It is just, this is a tortured fan base. And it's not torture in the sense of like, the Browns are tortured, or the Lions were tortured, or the Jets are tortured, where they're just bad all the time. You never have any reason to expect anything out of them. This is like highest of highs. Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. No, you're bad again for 5 years. And then they're climbing. Oh my God, we're so close. And then you're bad again for 5 years. It's like torture.
That's the worst to be in. Like when you're right there and then you fall down and then you get right there and it's like you're never going to go over that hump, and it sucks.
I feel like I'd rather be a team stuck in like that 8-8 purgatory than that. That is torture.
I'd rather be terrible where I'm getting first top 5 picks every year.
At least you have some hopium going in.
Talent.
Yeah.
This is maybe next year, man.
I don't know. This is not trending in a good direction, and I don't want to be too hard on the guy. Rookie year, blah 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 blah. But it's hard.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, this is starting to have bust written all over it.
Ooh, don't say that. So they don't want to hear that right now, but.
You want to see some flashes. What does JJ do well? What does he bring to the table?
He
loses well?
I was gonna say he could break through some runs. He got some Daniel Jones in him where he can show some flashes of athleticism here and there.
Some Daniel Jones where he trips on his way to the end zone.
He's bound to do that probably next. But
yeah, that'll be his next stunt.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I mean, it's not like he has no weapons. He has one of the best receivers in the league right now, so it's not like he's lack of weapons.
And he has a good coach, or so we thought.
He's a good man. He's a good coach. It's just, hey, It might just sometimes you got to blame the quarterback.
Yeah.
He's got to blame the quarterback. We saw
Yeah.
Sam Darnold ball out last year, so we definitely know about the coaching or weapons. It's just it's changed.
Well,
really changed.
that's what really leads me to think this might be a bust, Minnesota. This is going to be a setback. You may be looking at quarterbacks, and this isn't a good draft for them. Maybe you could pick up some veteran. Hey, call up Joe Flacco. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers seems to change teams all the time. Oh, no, please, God, no. He's done.
Let Russ free.
No.
One more chance, man. I mean,
no.
Everyone who goes to the Giants just fails. Obviously, we saw Daniel Jones fail, and he's doing all right in Indianapolis. He just needs a better team. He's at that age where he needs better players around him so they can elevate him. And I think he'll be all right. I mean, he balled out that one game against the Cowboys. There's a little Mr. Unlimited still left in him, man. Just a little bit.
You hang on to that. Everyone that goes to the Giants fails because I'm keeping my eye on Jameis. Maybe that's who the Vikings can go and get. I love Jameis.
I mean, if you want a couple interceptions thrown at the same time.
Hey, I don't care. He is must-see TV. Bring him over to my team. I want to sell tickets too, Make our games entertaining. Make them fun. He'll make you fun.
He balled out last game.
That game had over 1,000 yards of total offense.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That Lions-Giants, that was fun. That was a fun game. And the Lions lucked out, you lucky sons of a...
They had to win that one, man. You can't listen to the Giants. The Giants don't have a coach.
That 56-yard or whatever to
the third-string quarterback. Yeah, they're looking a little spooky over there in New York, but
with Jameis at quarterback, hell yeah.
Jameis at quarterback, looking like
that's who the Vikings. Yeah, dude. If I was a Vikings fan, I'd be like, it's the Jameis show.
It's our guy.
Yeah.
Get you a W, man.
Yes, sir. Jameis.
No, I'm not. I'm getting roasted.
I want him to be the backup on the Rams, to be honest.
Who is your guys' backup?
Jimmy G.
Oh, yeah.
Porn star Jimmy G.
Porn star Jimmy. Hell, yeah. It's my guy. Top 5. When he's in this porn star phase mode, when he's dating porn stars, top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Easily.
But when he stops dating the porn stars, he falls off.
He does fall off, man.
Yeah. He needs that swagger.
Yeah. Or whatever they're doing to him. Yeah, he needs that.
Yeah. But the next game we had in store.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Rams Bucs.
Y'all beat a handicap
Rams
Mayfield and a high school football coach.
Yeah, we made him handicap. You see how many times he was bailing out the pocket? They were running for him and what's his face?
I don't know what he was thinking, man. I don't know what he was thinking trying to truck a defender when he's like 5'9". Like, what are you doing, buddy? Like, slide.
Yeah.
Live to see the next down. Don't try to run over a defender. When you already got a bad shoulder history, like, come on, man.
Look, they were running for their life every play. They didn't stand a chance. At some point, somebody's going to get hurt. Baker's trying to put this game on his back. It was never going to happen, Baker. I'm sorry. You were running backwards. You were running to the right, throwing to nobody, trying to get out of the pocket, scramble out of the pocket, step up in it, and realizing you had no one open, no one to throw to, so you just got to run. And it was a gritty drive. You're lucky to have scored one touchdown, let's be honest. That was a gritty drive, and it cost you your health. It cost you maybe your Bucs season to get you that touchdown.
The season, he literally threw out his whole arm to just get like 20 yards down the field and get picked off. Like, you hate to see that. I mean, it's like his arm fell off the bone. Like,
why even bother with the Hail Mary? He was already hurt. Really?
Yeah.
Why do I keep forgetting his name? What's the backup? Bucs backup.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Why did I want to say Mayweather?
He was literally coaching like high school football like before the season started. I think something crazy like that. But he's fresh off the couch, man. Like,
yeah,
that was that game. I know you're happy about it, but as a football fan, that game sucked, man. It was not close at all. Bucs looks completely outmatched in all aspects, offensively, defensively. It was just like, I was like, man, I'd rather watch the Eagles Cowboys game prime time. I'd rather watch my team.
It should not have been prime time. I agree with you there. That game should. That game should not have been prime. It should have been Rams Seahawks in the prime time last week, and then Colts Chiefs this week. I don't know what's going on with that.
Too. Second half, what you guys get only like a field goal, I think.
Yeah, true. Game was basically over.
You know what you should have done? Should have put belt to ass all the way through the fourth quarter. But, we'll let it slide. Bucs got the ass to belt this week. Hate to see it. You don't want your team on that list, but Bucs, belt to ass. I'm sorry.
Really, the only reason we didn't score more, we had that one very strange Devontae drop. We were rolling again. Devontae dropped right there. You don't see that too often.
Is he still leading the NFL in touchdown reception? I think
yes, he is.
I saw he was leading.
Yes, he is.
Got 2 more this Sunday, so he's well ahead. That's good for him, man.
Yeah,
I like Devontae. He's a cool guy. I'm happy for him having success with the Rams of all places.
He looks happy.
Yeah, I mean, going from the Raiders and the Jets, I would be happy too, man.
I heard...
2 shitty franchises. Shout out Raiders, though. I love y'all.
I heard an interesting stat about this year's Rams. It was, what do they call it? It's like SRS rating or something. I forget what that stands for. But basically what they do is they look at a team and they take their strength of schedule and strength of victory and create some sort of formula with it. And they rank each team based on how good their season was and say, well, this is how good this team is compared to this team. Now, it's not a perfect metric because sometimes when teams get way ahead, they'll rest their quarterback or their starters at the end of the season, and it treats all games equal, so that's not quite fair. But as of right now, through Week 11, the Rams are 8th all-time in that like SRS or whatever. So the teams above them, we're talking some legendary teams like 1985 Bears and 07 Patriots. 8th all time, I believe it was. That is crazy. That is crazy. So we're on a roll.
Bad, I guess.
Yeah, defense. How often do you see the MVP candidate with a defense that looks like that? The Bucs were lucky to score. It cost them their season pretty much to get that tutty, and it was a hard game to watch at times. I felt bad for the Bucs.
I did too, man. I was like, damn, poor Baker, man. He's on the sideline looking like puppy just died. I was like, damn.
He did. You saw that camera shot.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, yo,
poor Baker.
He's not winning this game. They were down 21-0. And I was like,
the game, man. He's probably thinking about like, damn, my season might be over, man.
Oh, this was before he got hurt. I saw him making basically the same face, yeah. And he was before he got hurt. He was like 21-0. And he had that puppy dog look on his face. I was like, Baker, what is going?
Where's that dog in you, man?
Yeah, like you look like you just given up. He resigned this game. Man? He did not feel good about anything he saw in that I guess on the field. Like
well, man, you saw he was fighting for his life every fucking play. I was like, poor Baker, man. He's fucking fighting for his life. Every play is like life or death.
And we were just talking about last week, man, look how much heart the Bucs shows. They're going to come in motivated against the Rams. The Rams squeak by the Seahawks. They're surviving out there.
I apologize, Bucs, for the false hope I said last week. I was wrong. And hopefully Baker's all right.
I hope he is too. The season's more interesting with him in, and we have these injuries, dude, to the quarterback. I hate him.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a lot of people like, oh, bring back, being able to hit the quarterback. Man, do you want even more injuries? God, I hate when quarterbacks get injured.
You want to watch backups? Yeah,
I know.
You want to watch backups? Go watch XFL, buddy. But I want to see the stars ball out.
Yeah. Could you imagine if this year Mahomes and Stafford went down and Lamar's already down? You'd be like, this is a fake year.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, it would definitely suck. I'm glad Lamar's back. I know he's not like he seems a little off still, but I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow should be coming back supposedly this Thursday against Lamar, so that'll be interesting. Thanksgiving game.
We'll see.
But yeah, we definitely want the quarterbacks out there, man. There's a reason why they changed the rule after Brady got hurt. They need those ratings. They need that money. So
yeah. Anything we could do to protect these quarterbacks. They're still getting hurt. I know it's a soft game, but like, my God, you don't want seasons just thrown totally off, just ruined. It sucks.
Man,
I had something in store. I forgot where I put
Sucks
it.
you could boast and I can't, man. I'm all dressed out like I'm going to the funeral, and it's the Colts funeral, all blacked out.
Oh, dang. You know what? I had something for your Colts as a prop, too, and I didn't get the chance to use it.
Money on us? Oh,
yeah. You know what?
Jesus. You know what, man? Just send me the receipt amount, and I'll pay you back. I'm so sorry. It
really wasn't much. I blew all our money in the prop department.
Yeah. God dang it, man.
Yeah. Where the heck did I put that? I really want to just at least to show you that I had something.
Wherever the Colts W is. Wherever the next.
I had a lot of on the line, a lot of pride for your Colts. I felt your pain. I was feeling your emotions as I was watching the game.
I almost didn't show up today. I was about to go like, you know what, man? I ain't really on the show no more. Like this.
Yeah, show canceled.
Good idea. Yeah.
Bro, where did I put that? Just give me a sec.
Yeah, man. So, all my Colts fans, I'm with y'all, man. Stand together. We stand true to the shoe. And we'll be back next week. Texans, we're putting belt to ass on the Texans. We're going to handle our business. We'll be right back on track. Stay with us.
Oh, here's what I got for your Colts. I found it.
Why is this so small? Hold on.
So I got this. I spent all their budget money. I couldn't afford anything big anymore. The show's budget money ran out after the cigar and the sunglasses.
Hey, but got $5.
But for your Colts,
Oh man.
But that's only if they won. You don't even get that. Sorry.
Maybe next week, man. Damn. I'm gonna get some budget money too.
Yeah.
For the Rams.
You need some of the budget money. I'm in control of the budget. All right, so we're gonna turn a page. As much fun as I have talking about the Rams, I don't know what more there is to say. Oh, I did want to mention before we move on. The Bucs had 70 net pass yards on that game, and we're averaging 2.9 yards per play.
I believe that.
Yes.
I mean,
insane.
Yeah.
Insane, unbelievable.
Most of those yards on that touchdown drive, honestly, and because after that, it was just like tough to watch.
This is the kind of stats you'd expect from the Rams playing the Raiders or I don't know, someone like them, the Jets, not the Bucs. This is crazy. But I know they're banged up, but man, you gotta rally a little bit.
100 yards, yeah. Make the game interesting, but.
So, guess time to turn the page. We have Shedeur Sanders getting a win on his first start.
About time.
I don't know how much it says necessarily about Shedeur, how much we can really judge about Shedeur. It's his rookie year. It's hard to judge rookies, like I said, either way, good or bad. But with that defense, he may not even have to do much. What do you think?
Yeah, that defense is really, really solid. They just needed a spark of hope, and I think Shedeur gave them that spark. Myles Garrett he's most likely gonna break the sack record. If he doesn't break it, I'll be very, very surprised. But he's most likely gonna break that sack record because he's been going on a crazy tear. And Shedeur, he played well. He moved the ball down the field. He had a beautiful deep pass down to the goal line. I wish that guy would have got in. He just would have broke that tackle and scored that touchdown for Shedeur. That way he would have had 2 touchdowns for the game instead of 1 on that screen pass. Yeah,
that screen pass is so anticlimactic. I hate when I see those long screens. Like, defense, where are you?
But, I mean, they made the right call because they just announced he's going to be the starter going forward. And I think the coach Stefanski probably didn't want to play Shedeur. Like, he did everything he could. He had him third stringer. Like, dude, Shedeur was supposed to be like a top 5 pick. Like, the Raiders should have drafted. I still feel like the Raiders should have drafted Shedeur. They don't have no quarterback for the future. Like Geno Smith, I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, I know they have no O-line, but the Raiders should have took Shedeur. And I know that was in the headline coming into this game that, he's playing the team that should have probably taken him. But that's how I felt like this is the team that should have took him. He's probably going to play well and most likely get the W because the Raiders are just really, really awful this year.
Yeah.
And, I think Stefanski had no choice but to start him going forward, or else he would have lost the locker room. I think he's out of here after the year anyways. I don't think they're going to keep him around. If they're keeping Shedeur, they're not keeping Stefanski because he don't believe in Shedeur, you could tell. And he's just, at this point, he has his arm tied behind his back. It's either lose the locker room or just give the players what they want, start Shedeur. And the fans, too. The fans went crazy.
Yeah, for sure. The fans, anything to give them a spark. And that's the thing. The Browns seemed excited. The players, obviously the fans. Anything to give that team a spark is a good thing right now. As for him being a top 5 pick, I'm not sure if I agree with that assessment. He certainly thinks he is. He was a 5th round pick, and now he's coming in like, okay, now that I'm starting, I'm going to play so well that I prove myself to be worthy of the treatment of a, first round pick, and people will finally see that I was screwed over. Essentially, it was politics.
At least a first round pick. Do you think he was at least deserving to be drafted in the first round? I mean, the Steelers could have used the quarterback.
I mean, fringe.
Saints.
Fringe. He was a fringe first, second, maybe second rounder.
He was like probably the best.
Think about it. Lamar went like 31th or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was the last pick of the first draft, I think. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like the Saints, Raiders could definitely use them this year, and they missed the ball.
Maybe so, but
the Saints have no quarterback. They're a terrible team, just like the Raiders.
Well, they need a whole lot more than quarterback. It almost makes sense for them to build a team first.
Yeah, because there's no quarterbacks this draft coming up that you're gonna really blow your socks off.
Yeah,
per se. So,
but really, he had a couple of good throws. I forgot who it was. Judy may have fumbled. I think one of his best throws was it Judy that fumbled it. It's hard for me to remember all these Browns players. I barely watch Browns games. And that was a little bit disappointing that he got a turnover on one of his better throws. But then there was one where the Raiders blitzed him, and he ran out of the pocket right away. He was running like backwards and to his right and just lobbed one. And I was like, oh, man, this might be, I don't know. And then he hit a guy wide open. I was like, oh, my God, that was a great throw. So
he's pushing the ball. He's looking to push the ball down the field, which Gabriel didn't really do that much.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Dylan, like,
he has that Tua arm, I feel like.
Yeah, like past 10 yards, those balls get like wobbly.
Balls,
and it's not going to excite your team. It's not going to inspire confidence. Especially he's a rookie. It's just he might not be meant for the NFL. I'm sorry,
Gabriel.
Yeah, and maybe not.
I mean, he could be a serviceable backup or something.
Maybe a backup. I don't know. He has ways to go, things to learn. There have been other small arm quarterbacks who have done things in the league. Maybe he can be one of them. Yeah, Drew didn't have a great arm, but
he was small stature.
Drew Brees can make a lot of passes, though.
Yeah, he was very accurate, though. He could drop it in the bucket.
He could.
He was smart.
Very smart. Yeah. But really, it wasn't even Shedeur. He had 2 really good throws, as I recall, that stood out to me. But that's not really what the story of that game was. The Browns' oh my God. Oh my God! In this game, I know it is the Raiders. They're turnstiles. I know.
No O-line.
You know what this reminded me of? Do you remember? I think it was Urban Meyer was the Jaguars coach a few years ago, and like he was so incompetent. The players did not believe in him at all, and he came in. He came in, and it looked like he didn't know heads from tails. He was just making it up as he goes along. And one of these practices or something, a team meeting, he comes up to a bunch of players, and the players don't know if he's joking when he says stuff. Like he went up and they had a game against the Rams. He's like, "Yeah, guys. So the Rams, they have this player is number 99. Is he like good or something? Should I be like worried about that?" And the players are like looking around like, do we laugh or this guy might actually be serious? Like that's a problem. We're in fucking trouble this week. I don't think this is going to go well. That's what it reminded me of the Raiders. Going into
Pete Carroll's incompetent.
Nah, some ain't right.
Old age.
Some ain't right with the Raiders.
Well, Chip Kelly right after the game. Chip Kelly's fired. I don't know why they hired Chip Kelly, but he's fired now. So
yeah,
they're gonna.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Chip Kelly's like, oh yeah, that Myles Garrett guy. Is he like a Pro Bowler? Pro Bowl? What do they call those? Pro Bowl player?
Is he all-star?
Is he like, oh, he's pretty good, huh? He's pretty good. Maybe we should block him sometimes. You think that's good? That'd be a good game plan?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll block him. Like, at least half the plays we'll block him. 10 sacks.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Raiders need to get it together. My Raiders family members, sorry, this year's over with. Just hope that you guys get some better draft this year and get an O-line for sure. Geno Smith, like every time he drops back, he's like fighting for his life.
Yeah. And Geno made a few throws in this game when he had a little bit of time.
Terrible when he just needs time. He don't have no time like at all.
Yeah, I mean when you're taking 10 sacks, that's essentially you could say that's 10 drive killers right there, pretty much.
Yeah, he's literally getting slaughtered out there every game, and the only weapon he has is Brock Bowers, pretty much at receiver. He has a washed up. What's the guy that he used to play with this Lockett? He has a washed up old Lockett, and I know they got rid of Jacoby Myers. And the only other person I could think of was Bowers. That's literally the only weapon they have. And Genty, it's hard to really evaluate him because he has no O-line. And obviously, if he was like a generational back like Barry Sanders, he would still make something out of nothing. But he's not no Barry Sanders.
Yeah, no one is.
Barry Sanders.
No one is.
Yeah, so they got a lot of work cut out for them. I think hopefully I like Pete Carroll, so hopefully he can figure it out before he gets the boot and get the team back.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's running through Pete Carroll's head. And this is going to be a rebuild and a half. The Browns pressured Geno on over 40% of his dropbacks. They were in his face 40% of the time. 10 sacks.
I feel like every play they were in his face.
I know.
That's every Raiders game I see. It's like Geno's like fighting for his life. He has like 1 second. As soon as he snaps the ball, he's like getting rushed already, like clear free rush at him.
I wonder what the pressure rate in that Rams-Bucs game was, because it felt very similar to that, where it was like, oh, they're running around.
Very similar.
They're lost.
As soon as they snap the ball, they're like getting right at the quarterback.
They just overwhelmed that team. Yeah.
Next year.
And it almost makes me wonder if the Browns, like, collectively, their defense is maybe as good as we thought, or if that defensive line is so good that they cover up for any inadequacies in the secondary. Because sometimes that can happen. Because Myles Garrett is like, oh my God.
He needs to be like triple team at this point.
I know. He's a little bit like Aaron Donald in terms of dominance at his position.
Maybe better.
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to compare, but
yeah, it is. He's an edge rusher.
Yeah, they are both
defensive tackle.
Yeah, insane.
What Aaron Donald did, it was insane because he was a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's harder to collapse the pocket in the interior. But even from an edge rushing position, like, that is insane, though, what he's able to accomplish.
That's not normal. That's like Madden. Like, you have to make your guy 99, everything, speed, breaking tackles, spin moves, finesse moves, all that, to hope to get like 20-something sacks.
Yeah.
Maybe put it on rookie mode while you're at it, and you'll be getting Myles Garrett like numbers. But that's crazy. In real life.
Whatever his pace is, I forget what it is, but it is insane. I heard the number. I can't remember. It's like somebody was like 30 sacks or so. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's paced to like get in high 20s, maybe 30 sacks.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Who still has the record? Strahan?
Yeah, him. He's tied with I think with TJ Watt tied with him. Or maybe Myles Garrett tied with it. Someone tied the record with him and some other guy from the Giants or something.
Got it.
Because I remember I saw a video like he was mad at Strahan for breaking his record or tying his record because he was getting paid for it or something. I don't know, but because Brett Favre gave him that record because he just fell down and took the sack for Strahan to get it. I guess they were friends or something. I don't know, but yeah, Strahan still has a sack record for now.
Yeah. For now, yeah, it might not be much longer. Holy.
Yeah.
So I guess we should move on. I don't know how much I have left to say about this game. I don't know how long we're going to be on this one, but I did want to make brief mention of the Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans. This is the reason why it's always so hard for me to get too high on the Bills. You look at their past 3 games. Yes, the one against the Bucs was very inspiring, but that they had the Dolphins was a bad loss, and then they had this. What's going on with the Bills?
I don't know. They're like super inconsistent this year. I mean, it's either Josh Allen or bust at this point, it looks like, because if Josh Allen's not getting it going, their defense can't hold up. They lost to a backup quarterback in Mills. He's not the starter. He's the backup. They lost to him, and he played well. Mill for being a backup, I thought he played really well. I mean, he put up points.
Yep.
What more can you ask for from a backup? And I mean, the game wasn't out of reach, and Josh Allen.
He threw an interception to seal the game.
Yeah,
as I recall.
Plays.
The final drive, he threw a pick, and I had
him a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Houston's defense is good, but you're the Bills. You're Josh Allen. Come on, like Houston's not gonna score a lot. They're a little bit like Philly or the Packers. They're not gonna score a ton. So while their defense is good, you just have to show you're the man and score a little bit more than they can.
The Texans, last I checked or saw or heard, whatever, the Texans were #1 ranked defense.
They're good.
They're legit.
They are good.
I can't remember was it William Landon or the linebacker for the Texans? He was making a lot of plays in the game. I can't remember his name. Drawing a blank.
I don't talk about. No, I can't think of his name either.
He was their defensive rookie of the year. I can't recall his name right now.
I don't remember.
Because he was drafted with C.J. Stroud. And he's been a stud.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He was making a lot of big plays for them. Let me see NFL Texans.
Yeah, I don't remember. Box score. Yeah, I don't.
Will Anderson. There we go.
Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, he's way down the list. Why is he so far down there?
He was rookie of the year. And they also got Stingley on as a good quarterback, too. They have a really well-coached defense with DeMeco Ryans. Obviously, he was a defensive player himself. But, yeah, their defense is legit. And I know we got to see them this Sunday or next Sunday, whatever. And it'll be an interesting game.
It will be.
I still have faith in the Colts. Offensively, I think we're better than them. Defensively,
Defensively, they are pretty elite.
Yeah, they'll beat us there. I'll give them that. But I think Jonathan Taylor's due for a big game, divisional game. So
let's hope.
We'll be all right, man. We got it. Easy money, like I said. Easy money.
Oh, man, I'm not so sure. I mean, beating Buffalo, that's I don't know what's going on with them. Josh Allen.
MVP right there. That's the defending MVP right now. So put some respect on Buffalo, man.
Look, Josh Allen threw an interception to end the game, and he basically gave – honestly, it was a pick six, but it got called back because of some ticky-tack block in the back when he was getting escorted by 3 blockers to the end zone. It was one of those where he just running with his friends, and some boneheaded lineman just blocked in the back and caused it to – but they cashed in anyway, so it didn't end up hurting them too bad. But, man, if they didn't, that would have been like, bro, like you're getting chewed out in team meetings because that was a pick six. And that guy made a heck of a play to get in the open field like that.
Yeah.
And return it. But, yeah, he made some big mistakes. He was 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in this game, and they were big ones. Like, they weren't like, I need to do something. It's 3rd and long, might as well throw it up and see what happens. It wasn't like that.
I thought they were going to pull the game out because they were so close. I'm like, he's going to do something crazy and find a way to win.
I thought so, too. I was certain.
Just credit to the Texans defense. They kept them in check. And they
did.
Closed the game. Yeah, so it's all good, man.
Yeah, we'll see what we'll see what the story is on the Bills as the season moves on. They are a really hard team to figure out. Honestly, the entire AFC has been just one thing after another that makes me question everything, and I'm not really sure who is who and what is what.
I didn't see the Patriots off because the Patriots they lost their first game of the season to the Raiders. And the Raiders are at now. Patriots, I would have not. After that first game against the Raiders, I would not suspect the
Patriots. Me neither. But also, you say, okay, the Patriots, and I do feel good about them, but you also have to bring up the fact that their strength of schedule is not exactly. And their performance against the Bengals was not. Like there was times where they felt like they were at in the inside the 5 or whatever, having chance after chance, and then it would be a penalty and chance after chance after chance. It felt like we were down there at the goal line and they were trying to punch it in for an hour.
Yeah,
couldn't get in,
especially playing the Bengals.
I know,
it was like 40 points a game, and you could only muster up 26.
Yeah,
and they were missing Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
at the same time. Yeah, and
struggling against the Bengals does not inspire me. I mean, but they are 10-2, league's best record because they haven't had their bye yet, and they only have 2 losses, so they are the league's number 1 team.
Damn, better than the Rams.
Yeah. Well, I expect that I expect we'll beat the Panthers. Yeah, I'm thinking we will.
Probably when you lose.
And they'll have their bye here shortly. Let's see. I didn't want to spend too much time on that. But there was one other minor topic I thought it was worth bringing up because you mentioned this to me. I didn't even hear about this, but Jameis Winston apparently gives his family $400,000 a month to take care of them.
He was. I'm guessing he shut that down. But
he was, but he shut.
He was. Yeah, because he's not a starter no more. I think. Yeah. He was started.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he was getting his family $400,000 a month, and that's one fast way to go broke.
Oh my God!
The thing about the NFL is a lot of players go broke because look at Adrian Peterson, who's one of my favorite players of all time. It's sad to see because he's one of my favorite running backs of all time, let alone players. But these players, they don't manage their money right, and once they get out the league, that money's not really coming in like I used to when you were starting or when you were just in the league. Maybe even as a backup player, you're still making a couple million a year, and unless you get into media, the money's going to kind of stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad it. You
got to make it last.
Other players, you got to make it last. That's why you got to get financial advisors to make sure your money is right. And I get it, man. Like, if you come up in a, poverty situation where you don't have all the money already, you want to help out your family. You want to get them out the gutter, and you're gonna do what you can to make sure they don't ever go back to that lifestyle of being, poor per se. And I guess he was maybe feeling charitable. Maybe he felt like he was doing right by his family, but $400,000 a month, like at one point, like your family's just taking advantage of you. You got to see it. You got to get outside voices, your financial advisor, be like, hey man, your family's not needing no $400,000 a month.
I mean, there's almost no way, unless he's taking care of his whole extended family, like 50 people. And even that would be stupid.
That would be
even that would be inadvisable. Like you're making a dumb decision, trying to do all of that for everyone. Like you can't take care of everyone in the world, bro.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
This just gives me serious vibes of him being taken advantage of, and I would like to believe maybe they had businesses they were trying to get afloat and maybe make their own income and make the whole family generationally wealthy and get everyone off the ground so that when Jameis retires, they have a setup. Everyone has it set up. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Maybe it's insensitive of me, but I don't know if that's truly the case because so often it isn't. Let's be honest. No, if this was a cocaine and hooker situation, this is bullshit. It just bothers me to hear about.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to give your family $400,000. I can't even think of ways to spend $400,000. That's like me. Like I'd have to be buying a house for my family every single month.
I know. That's the thing. You situate your family up with a house that's paid off in nice suburban neighborhood close by or whatever, and you get them a car, maybe a second car for the snow or an electric car for minor traveling or something. Take care of them in that way. But to say, hey, you guys never have to work again. And I'm going to send you so much money you could cocaine and hookers every day.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. They're taking advantage of you at that point. $400,000 a month.
That's a lot of money.
Crazy.
I'll be happy with $400,000 a year. Hey man,
oh my God, yeah, me too.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, $400,000 a year. You're well into the top 10% in America.
Yeah, like top 5%.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
top 1.
Yeah, I don't. Top. You might be top 1. Honestly, you might be top 1.
Most likely top 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, it sucks to see or hear about that because I'm sure that happens a lot around the league. It just maybe Winston was bold enough to, let that be known that was happening to him. But it happens a lot. You hear a lot about players just going broke after they retire.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect example was MC Hammer. I know he's not a football player, but he tried so hard to help out people around him that he ended up going broke himself. So you got to be smart with your money, man. What did Martin Lynch say? Got to take care of your chicken. So take care of that chicken, man. Make sure you have enough to live your life comfortably after you retire because those medical bills ain't cheap. A lot of players, after they retire, their body starts to fall apart. Your knees, your shoulders, your back, whatever. I don't know I don't think the NFL has lifetime benefits because I always see Shannon Sharp preach about that, lifetime benefits post-retirement.
Eric Dickerson was sort of a champion of let's just start it because it's been hard to get the NFL in on this and to work this in, I guess with the collective bargaining or whatever. It's been really hard to get this in. So he had a suggestion, let's just start with the Hall of Fame. At least the Hall of Fame guys should get pension and lifetime medical insurance.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes those Hall of Fame guys have sacrificed their bodies to the umpteenth degree. They've played such long careers compared to the average football player plays for like 2 years or something. Yeah.
2 to 3 years.
A Hall of Famer's probably over 10. Easy.
Yeah. Easy, unless you're like super phenomenon special, like maybe like a Calvin Johnson or someone else like that.
Yeah, Aaron Donald, what was it, 10, 11, something like that.
And, he got out
pretty short,
pretty early.
Yeah, he did. He still could play.
Well, he could play. No, ain't no probably about it. But yeah, he could still play. But yeah, man, that would be a good start. I mean, ideally, you would want to get all the players, but the second best, besides maybe the Hall of Fame, would be maybe a 5-year minimum. You're in the league for 5 years. Get lifetime medical benefits at least. I mean, the NFL makes billions of dollars every year. I mean, they got deals with Prime, Netflix.
Yeah.
The big TV networks like CBS.
They own a day of the week. I mean, Sunday used to be God's day. Now it's sole property of the NFL. I mean, so it's hard to think of a bigger, more important business that defines Americana. Like, there's not many things you point to in America anymore that you're like, this is so culturally American that everyone agrees. Like, this is part of our, culture collectively. The NFL is that thing pretty much.
Yeah, because it's not worldwide. Like basketball is worldwide, baseball is worldwide, football. NFL football is pretty much just here in the States. Mm-hmm. No other country does what we do, at least in terms of football. I mean, it's, like you said, it's a very American sport. America loves it.
Yeah, it's baked into Americana. It's as American as apple pie, man.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, for our this week's Power Tiers, we got that up next, so I'm going to get that going on your screen right now. Let's see here. Go back full screen. Does that look kind of okay?
Yeah, I see it.
You see it pretty well? Hold on, I'm going to zoom in. Whoops. All right, cool. Okay. So this is my power tiers this week. Remember, if your team is in a tier next to somebody in the same tier with another team, there's very, very little separating them. Honestly, this year, there's so little separating so many teams. It's hard to figure anything out, especially in the AFC. But if your team is separated by a whole tier, there's more of a noticeable gap. Those are the rules. And to run down the categories, at the top is inevitable, question mark, meaning like, is this like, this is the Super Bowl team right here? Like, is it like, this is probably the Super Bowl team. Starting to separate. These are the teams I feel like are starting to make it out of that pack, where nobody knows that much. It's hard to tell what's what, who from who. These are the teams and starting to separate that are starting to make themselves known, make their presence known, and they're a legitimate threat to the tier above them, in all honesty, too. Spooky, that's just it. I don't really know. It's hard to order these teams, but they are spooky. They can threaten other teams. They can win any game. On any given Sunday, they are spooky, but there's a whole lot of them lumped in there honestly. Maybe next year, basically are pretenders. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think they're good enough to win this year, but they're right there. If they just had one really good draft, or new head coach, something like that, new quarterback, whatever the case may be, it could be their year next year. Fun to watch. That's exactly how it sounds. I enjoy keeping an eye on these teams. Jameis Winston experience is right in there. I love that. Shedeur Sanders with the Browns. I threw Atlanta in there as well. Kirk O'Chain's coming back. They're about in there, I would say. They can win a game here and there. And then I have tough to watch. These teams should be better than they are. The Cardinals, I lifted up there. We'll talk about that. But for whatever reason, these teams are just tough to watch. And then you have their cellar dwellers, which unless the Rams are playing them, I basically avoid them now. I don't even care anymore about these teams. So that's the rundown. Anything that stands out on the list to you?
Besides the Rams,
do I have to defend that?
Nah, it's fine. I guess you guys.
I'm probably going to defend it anyway, but because
I would change the Seahawks to spooky, and I would have put the Broncos and starting to separate, just because Seahawks got their ass kind of pretty much beat to the Rams. They had an ugly game against the Rams. Broncos, they're tied for the number 1 record in the AFC, and they're well coached. They got Sean Payton. I guess if I had to choose between Bo Nix and Sam Darnold, I would probably lean a little bit towards Bo Nix.
Really? That's crazy to me.
Just because I've seen enough Sam Darnold to be let down that I haven't seen Bo Nix to be let down yet. So I would lean a little bit towards Bo Nix.
That's crazy. Now, can I just mention real quick, the Broncos is the one that I had this all sorted out, and I felt pretty good about it when I went to sleep. Then I woke up today, and I looked at it again, and I was like, oh, you know what, the Broncos. That was the team that bothered me. I will admit that. Yeah. I was looking at them, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should have lifted them up. Now, I don't agree with putting the Seahawks down. Yeah, Sam had a bad game. Yeah, I'm not putting the Seahawks back down there. I agree. Sam Darnold had kind of a ticky-tack bad game against us, but they have a lot. That roster is good to me. I mean, I know you're honing in on Sam, but that roster is really good, and they can compete. Yeah, it is. It is. But he's been playing well other than that Rams game. One bad game.
Jason's probably the best receiver this year. I mean, he's going crazy.
They got a roster.
Yeah.
They looked bad against the Rams because the Rams might just be good quarterback play against the Rams might just be impossible.
We'll see about that. Maybe next year. Solid, I would say. Yeah. Okay.
You like me lifting the Cowboys up to the pretenders? Because they're technically in contention now. A couple weeks ago, it felt like they were done.
Those trades they made really helped turn the team around. I feel like they're on a 2-game win streak.
And if you notice, I have the Bucs way down. They used to be in spooky, like like scary teams or whatever.
Yeah, they need a couple more pieces to get in that spooky tier. I feel like that's valid.
And Baker got hurt. And I'm not sure what his deal is. I had to move him down. Like, that's just a tough time.
It was an AC sprain or something like that, so that might be out for a couple of weeks. Fun to watch. I'll take the Falcons off. I don't really care about the Falcons. I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
I got Drake London, Bijan Robinson going crazy, but I don't know. Something about the Falcons, they're just hard to, like, it's hard for me, like, yeah, I want to go watch the Falcons because, I mean, Penix is hurt. Yeah, Kirk O'Chain's, he's back. He had a good game, surprisingly, but maybe next game he's going to go back.
The Falcons do have players, and when they play up to their potential, they can be interesting. It's just they are a little bit hard to place.
I guess I wouldn't go all my way to watch. Like, I went on my way to watch this Browns game, like, just to see Shedeur. Like, I went on my way to make sure I could find the stream and make sure I could watch the game. But Giants, I would actually take the Giants off too.
No way, Jameis.
I'd rather watch the Bengals than the Giants.
Bro.
I hate watching the Giants play, especially when they had Daniel Jones. I hated they would get primetime games with the Cowboys.
What's that got to do with this? Look, the Giants took the Lions
to overtime.
Yes.
That was a good game. That was a crazy game. But
Jameis.
That, man. Jameis, yes.
Must-see TV. He is fun to watch, by definition.
Must-see post-conference, maybe, but other than that, I'm not really trying to watch no Giants game, man. I'd rather watch Bengals. That's the only thing I could think of.
I don't know. The Bengals been not even quite.
If they get Joe Burrow, if they get Joe Breezy back,
that could change life for them. Yeah.
T. Higgins, that'll definitely make them fun to watch. At least fun to watch. Maybe not. Maybe next year, or maybe even move them up to maybe next year, because they just need some defensive pieces to really get going. But yeah, Cardinals tough to watch. Yeah, I mean Jacoby's doing the best he can.
He is. When you look at that, but like he's a box score monster almost.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of yards, just not getting the W's.
Yeah,
and I know the Cardinals are probably going to get rid of Kyler after this year.
Yeah, it's looking not looking great.
Yeah, Dolphins is tough to watch this year. They without Tyreek there, and then Tua just throwing his teammates under the bus and being a boring leader. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. And
I didn't really know what to do with Washington, to be honest. It's hard to even really make it.
It's tough to watch Washington without Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, it is.
You kind of feel like the season's kind of over with.
But should they be a cellar dweller, you think? That's what I was torn on.
No.
Because they did come off the NFC Championship.
Yeah, they did come off the championship game. They're just missing their quarterback, and it's just, you know, if Jaden can stay healthy, I think they'll be all right.
Do you think it was too mean to move the Vikings down to cellar?
Nah. Did you watch that game? Remember that game?
I did.
Yeah. No.
They do have players, like you said. It's just
they have players, and they have a guy that can get it to the players. So yeah, it's kind of like having a Ferrari without a license, pretty much, because you can't operate the vehicle. He can't operate his players. So Titans, yeah. Jets, yeah. Saints, yeah. Raiders, yeah. So cellar dwellers, yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're cool with that, row.
Team sucks.
Yeah,
you guys' team sucks. If you're any of those fans in the cellar dwellers, might want to bring out the paper bags, put them over your head.
Now you don't have any problem with where I have the Niners after that performance by Brock.
Trying to avoid that, because I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Me too.
He is kind of coming back. I know it's his second game back, and he looked good against the Cardinals.
And that is a good team. Like, they're so well coached. They're always there.
Panthers is a good team. Panthers is a good team. I mean, they've been playing hard. I mean, they beat the Cowboys, and I think of other teams they had notable wins against. But they've been playing hard, and you know, they're most likely going to win the division with Baker being out and Bucs kind of falling apart now. So Panthers aren't, you know, the bottom. They're not the cellar dwellers they used to be, like they were like a year or two ago. Mm-hmm. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Now we're about where I have the Bears, because da Bears, my Bears now.
I have a hot take for the Bears.
Okay, we'll save it then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now another team I was really having a difficult time was with Houston. I think a lot is going to be decided about Houston, and I have a hot take about them, so I don't want to get too much into them. But
Stroud, but when they have C.J. Stroud, I feel like their offense look worse than it does with the backup Mills, whatever his name is.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I want to save that. So we'll wrap up our tier list for this segment. Oh, you know what? Just to defend anybody that might have something to say. Tell me the Rams aren't in a league of their own right now. I'm sorry. Just tell me they're not. I'd love to have that argument. Like, we've been waiting for somebody to take charge and be like, no, we're actually the best team in the NFL. And coming off that performance against a fellow division leader in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, someone we thought would have some fight in them. I know they're banged up. No team is totally 100%. I know the Rams are relatively healthy, but like that was just that looked like playing a college team. It was such a mismatch. It was unbelievably. Like, that was a ass whooping. Like, it felt like if the Rams really wanted, it damn near could have scored 50-0. It was just...
I wish they would have made the game a little bit more interesting in the second half. Do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or if you feel like your team is in the wrong tier.
Yeah. Let us know. Yeah, love to discuss placements of teams.
Inevitable too. Just need to bounce back. That's all. We'll be there next week up there with the Rams.
Yeah. Colts. Yeah, I'm sorry we did have to drop you. I had you in the tier. Well, last week I didn't have that Rams in their own tier. I said they were about the same as some of the others, but I had Colts in the top tier, right there with the big boys. But man,
let you down. I'm sorry.
I still didn't put them below the Chiefs though. I couldn't. I mean, this Chiefs 6-5, Colts still 8-3. Yeah,
it's hard to count out Mahomes. We'll just have to see if they're in the Super Bowl or not. If they're not in the Super Bowl, then it's a failure. But if they're back in the Super Bowl, even if they lose the Super Bowl, the fact that they got back after the start they had this season, I'll still give them their credit.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. And then we're gonna close up there. Oop. And we're still online, should be. Now it is time for our Hot Take Tuesday segment. Looking forward to this one. Did you want to kick us off with your...
Yeah, because we kind of already touched on it a little bit.
Okay.
I don't believe in the Bears. I don't believe in Caleb Williams just yet. Before y'all try to attack me in the comments or whatever, just yet. I know they play the Eagles this Black Friday. So
that's huge.
If they can win that game, I might jump on the Bears bandwagon and give them some credit. But until then, I feel like they're maybe next year. You know, I don't want to give my hot take away, but I would put them to maybe next year tier if I wanted to.
I have a hot take about this too. That's unfortunate. I'll do mine after yours. So, all right. My hot take about the Bears. So we just combine them, I guess. Mine was, and I don't usually like to make predictive statements about any game, but I went on a limb here because you don't believe in them, and I want to believe. And I'm saying my hot take is the Bears are going to beat the Eagles on Friday. They have Ben Johnson. They're scoring points. Caleb Williams is going to spin it. Ben Johnson's going to dissect that defense. He's going to figure it all out. He's going to tell Caleb in his ear, this is what you need to do. And they're going to beat the Eagles. Because the Eagles, I know the Bears defense ain't special, but I don't know. The Eagles suck on offense anyway. So, I would say...
we'll have to see, I guess.
I assume we're both going to say each other's takes is pretty hot. Because you don't believe in them. I believe in them. So we have to say each other's takes are pretty hot, I guess. This is going to be a big game. It'll be a fun one to talk about.
You're leaning one way. I'm leaning the other way. I'll be surprised if the Bears beat the Eagles this Friday, but you know, I won't be ashamed to admit I was wrong if they do win.
I'll admit I was wrong. I still don't think their season will be over. A lot of teams lose to the Eagles. You know, they're a hard team to beat.
Yeah, but I would say they're not there yet. You know, they're having their coming out season. You could say that, yeah, but I think they still have maybe next year is when they'll really be in contention if they can add more pieces. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't say they're spooky. I would say they're maybe a next year type of team. That's just me though.
I mean, they have a very legitimate shot at winning that division.
Because the Lions
aren't even in the playoff picture right now. They're in the hunt.
Yeah, that change in playoff or play calling it worked the first game, but it was a banged up Commanders team, and where were they? Who they beat? Was it
Giants this week?
The Giants. Oh, yeah, the team that's fun to watch, right? Okay. Yeah. So no. They just played the Giants. No, the team when he first made that switch. Who did they play? I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
I think.
Ooh.
Was it the Commanders?
Man, they did take care of business against somebody, and it might have been.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, look.
Yeah, Dan Campbell can coach too. Yeah.
Yeah, he could call plays. So I don't know if that's, you know, one game and we're ready to like give him his flowers for play calling, because now it's starting to look a little spooky. So not in a good way though. So I still say my second hot take is until I see the Rams beat the Eagles, I think the Eagles still got the NFC on.
Oh my God, no! Oh my God, this is so hot.
Yeah.
This is so fucking hot. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You saw that meltdown, the Eagles and the Rams just decimate the Bucs. I mean, the Rams have taken care of like.
You know what I saw? But do you know what I also saw? I saw the Eagles beat the Rams.
Oh my God, dude, that light years ago.
Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing.
Every team, look, every week is a new week, and the season is constantly evolving, and all we've seen is the Rams get better and better and better and better, and the Eagles kind of trending in the opposite direction, let's be quite honest. I don't believe in the Eagles to beat the Rams.
They're still like one game behind the Rams, and they beat the Rams. So
yeah, they hold the tiebreaker, and they may take that to the bank. We'll see. Playing in Philly sucks. I will agree with that.
You said matchups. You know, it's all about matchups, and maybe the Rams ain't a good matchup for the Eagles.
Yeah.
You know, Matt Stafford ain't that mobile, and the Eagles got a great pass rush. They could get after him and give him problems, and he ain't gonna be running away. So
I think with McVay, our coaching staff, and Chris Shula, Matthew Stafford, those receivers, I think if we get a second shot at the Eagles, they're cooked. We saw what they did. We're not going to let them beat us again. That's a hot take.
Well, like I said, you got to show me. So until they show me, they can beat the Eagles.
Well, it won't happen until potentially the playoffs, unless somebody else takes care of them. The Eagles are vulnerable. Somebody else could just take care of them for us, and we could be playing the NFC Championship game against Detroit.
The Rams. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not vulnerable when they play the Rams. I heard that.
Hot take.
Okay, here's a hot take. You got me a little worked up with that one. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that one. So I'm gonna throw it back in your face.
All right, go ahead and see what you got.
JT's MVP bid died in Arrowhead.
Why? What? I mean, it's one game. Like,
yeah, it's already MVP's already favored the quarterback. Vegas odds have basically said it died.
What if that's just player hating, because he could easily go for like 200 plus on the. I know the Texans have a great defense, probably the top 5 defense right now this year, but he could do something this game, upcoming game, go crazy, score 3 touchdowns, get another 3 touchdown hat trick. I don't know if they call hat tricks in football, but we call them that in soccer. But he could get 3 touchdowns, go over 200 yards.
He could
be 25 carries, and he'll be right back in contention for the MVP race. Because basically, what I saw from this loss is we're gonna go as far as JT carries us.
That's the problem. There was the reason why he could go off next game, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. This game was so important. You not underestimate the how big this game was for people's perception on the Colts and his season. It wasn't a primetime game, but it was basically along those lines where the world was watching. Anybody that really follows the NFL wanted to see that game. And
game for me.
I'm saying because he underperformed in his biggest moment, his biggest game, the one where he had to ball out, and the whole team fell flat because of it, he can't win the MVP now.
Whatever, man. You just sound like you mad about my Eagles take. It's all good.
Yeah. But, so is it hot, or what do you think? What do you?
That's pretty hot.
You think that's hot?
That's just crazy. That's just like.
That's hating. Yeah. I knew you wouldn't like it.
All right. Here's my last hot take. I think George Pickens is the second best receiver this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's going crazy. The only person I could think of that's having a better year is JSN. Seattle.
You think he's having a good year, but do you think he's the second best receiver in the league?
Hey, man. Every year you got to update your resume.
Oh, man. So you're saying better than Justin Jefferson, better than Puka Nacua, Devontae.
As of right now, yeah.
He is. Yeah, like he's pretty good.
He has that long, lengthy build where he can just do contested catches.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of like
a little bit like Kevin Durant or something. Yeah, like this, long wingspan.
Long arms.
Yeah,
you just throw it up. Mm-hmm. You'll come down with it. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's the reason the Cowboys won some games. Like he balled out against the Eagles. He's been balling out, especially with CD not really being that helpful, dropping balls and stuff. Mm-hmm. He's picking up the slack, and
I expect CD to be able to get some things together, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's eventually going to learn.
And they'll have a great one. I mean, it's really going to be like 1 and 1A, just like kind of like the Rams of Puka and Devontae, where either any game, either one of them could potentially take over. You never know. It'll be like that.
But better.
You think better? You think they have a better receiving core than the Rams?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's tight.
Adams is kind of old. Man. So I'm going to have to bring him down a couple notches.
Adams is old. But when you throw a quarterback into the equation, the guy spinning it to him, it's hard to say that.
He is my age, so hold on. Let me rephrase that. He's NFL old.
Okay, he's football old.
Yeah, he's NFL old.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Cowboys have a better duel than the Rams. Absolutely.
Not when you throw a quarterback who's spinning it to him, though.
Okay, quarterback, yeah, I'll give the Rams that. But as far as pure talent right now, I'll give it to Cowboys.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they are good. No one denying that. And interesting to see what'll happen throughout the season.
The Cowboys...
Hey, they're more likable this year maybe than they've ever been.
They are.
It's weird to say that, but like it's hard not to be like, oh yeah, guys, get it together, beat the Eagles, fuck the Eagles, like please, and they did.
That's the reason I've been kind of going for them too, just because I want to see the Eagles down.
Yeah.
So like now I gotta, because first it was like I gotta see the Cowboys downfall, but now they fall in. Now I gotta see the Eagles downfall.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, like how about you guys like just take each other out, you know?
Yeah.
Please do. Like no, but the Cowboys seriously to help the Rams control their own destiny, and for that I'll forever give them a little bit of love, at least for this year. Next year I'm back to being a Cowboy, whatever. But at least for this year, you know,
they got
bring it in. You know, yeah, bring it in, buddy. Bring it in.
That's good, man. That's called character growth. I like that.
Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting one. Onside kicks are broken. We need to do something about this.
I mean, it's just a stupid rule. Like, you got to announce when you're going to do an onside kick. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of the onside. Like,
and am I not mistaken where they made it harder or something? Like, you got to wait to run, or you can't run up?
Yeah, you got to wait. And you got to, I mean, first of all, onside kick's supposed to be like a surprise, element of surprise. And it defeats the whole purpose of, you know, doing an onside kick if you can't catch them off guard, because now you have to announce it. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. Like, this is a bad example I'm going to use because it hurts me, but when the Colts played the Saints, if the Saints would, if we had that rule back then, like, hey, we're doing the onside kick.
It would have changed the entirety. Like, so
it made them almost obsolete onside kicks with this new rule.
Yeah, and something needs to change with the system, and I'm trying to wonder, like, what would the owners like? Because these are old guys with sticks up their head.
That's what I don't get.
Preventing injury, I guess. I don't know why they changed it.
I mean, it's not like at that once you do the onside kick, you're not really running full speed because
I know
the ball is barely traveling. So it's more you're trying to catch the ball than really try to like run after the guy, make the tackle. You're really just trying to play jump ball at that point. It's kind of hard to get injured that way, as opposed to like when you're running down the field full speed and the other guy's running down the field full speed, and you're basically doing a car crash collision.
Now, and onside kicks, even if we were to revert it the original way, clearly, I guess for whatever reason, I'm not even totally sure, the league doesn't like them. They changed the rule to make them even like basically useless. So I had an idea, like the UFL does like a 4th and 15. You send your offense out there, and if you convert a 4th and 15, you get to keep the ball. And now I'm wondering if the owners might say, whoa, that's like that's dicey. Like people might do that. I
understand like a 4th and 10 or maybe a 4th and 5 or something.
No. Oh, yeah, 4th and 15 would make me nervous that like, that's a higher percentage than an onside to me. There are offenses that could probably throw it 15 yards. In one play to keep the ball. That's a big. You have to make it hard.
Yeah, you do have to make a little jump. But damn, 4 and 15 is kind of,
I mean, yeah, the 15-yard conversion, I think that's reasonable because it's hard to get an onside kick. They're so gimmicky, and it's just, it's such a random, weird play. So I was thinking,
you have to basically get a lucky bounce.
Yeah, and like it's not really that much of a football play. It'd be nice to have the football players out, you know, the offense and the defense, to kind of determine whether an offense gets to keep the ball or not. So you could do something like that. I also had another idea, and I doubt the owners would go for it because they like consistency, they like solidity, they like the rules to be like set in stone. They like them to be solid. But this is a little wacky, okay? So what if an onside kick to not an onside kick, but the 4th and 15 play, instead of that, you did 4th and 10 plus 1 yard for every point you're down. So if you're only down 2 points, you only have to convert a 4th and 12. But if you're down 14, yeah, you're going to have to convert a 4th and 24. We can't just keep letting you opportunities to get the ball back 100 times till you get a lead. Like, you deserve to lose.
Nah, I don't like that rule.
You don't like that? What would you do?
I'd rather do, ideally, the original onside kick, or if not, I guess I'd rather set this for the 15.
You'd rather do either original onside kick or the 4th and 15.
Yeah.
Okay. But you agree that onside kick, something needs to change.
Something needs to change.
Okay, so that's kind of a cold take.
Something definitely needs to change. Yeah, that's a cold take.
But the wacky, for every point you're down, an extra yard gets added, that's a hot take.
Yeah, that's a little like, I don't know. That's gimmicky. That's gimmicky right there.
I think it's less gimmicky than a stupid onside. In the end zone. You what?
You get points by going in the end zone, man. Not just getting like 4th and whatever 24. You get a certain amount of points or whatever. No, I'd rather see touchdowns. I'd rather you make the 4th and 15, get a first down, get the ball, take it to the end zone, and try to beat our defense.
Okay.
Old school traditional football, but onside kicks, cold take, need to change. I agree. Unless someone else in the comments disagrees, and that's a hot take. You like the rules of announcing the onside kick and all that fun stuff, then by all means let Fitz know he's wrong. But I'm standing with him on this one.
God, it just takes like the ability to come back late in games completely out of it.
Yeah, it does. It makes the games so hard, like for the team to make a miracle comeback.
Yeah, those miracles just don't exist anymore. If you're losing, you just lost.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way the NFL owners want it, though. I don't know what's going through their heads. Did you have any more? Did you already run through yours?
That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
I do have, I see, a couple more. We can run through them. Oh, this is another one. If the Texans beat the Colts, the C.J. Stroud experience in Houston is over.
That is a hot take. So you're saying
they need a bench Stroud. This is Davis Mills' team. If he beats the Colts, they're in playoff contention again, and they just took out the division leader.
I get that the Texans were looked a little lackluster after CJ's rookie year, and it's been kind of like downhill.
They weren't winning with him. They're winning with Davis.
They weren't winning with him. Calm down. They're kind of winning with Davis. Kind of. I mean, they had that comeback against the Jaguars and beat the Bills. But other than that, they're doing what they normally do. Texans stuff. They're not gonna beat us.
They're not gonna beat the Colts. First of all, this is a moot point.
Yeah, CJ Stroud, you're fine, buddy. You're gonna be right back under center because that's their future. Has he got paid yet?
I don't think he has. They can. I want to say no. I could be wrong. I don't follow contracts that closely, but I want to say no. I think they could do this.
That is a hot take because that's supposed to be their franchise quarterback. I was upset I'm not gonna lie, I was upset when the Texans got CJ Stroud and CJ Stroud was balling out that rookie year because stupid Justin Fields and the Bears cost us CJ Stroud because they had the number 1 pick, and I guess whatever trade they made with the Texans basically gave them CJ Stroud pretty much, and we got stuck with AR.
Well, I don't know if CJ Stroud would have been anything for you. I'm not vibing the way he is playing.
Well, after that, that was the rookie year. I was like, dang, I had rose tinted glasses. Like, dang, this guy is a balling now, and we have Anthony Richardson who's already injured. And he hasn't really showed that many great flashes. Where I say like this is our guy going forward. So I was a little bit salty that CJ Stroud was with the Texans. But
AR was not a polished product. He was never NFL ready. Like, ooh. No, and after that, I need to come out of the game to catch my breath. His career was done.
Yeah, he's
like, if you don't just intuitively know that, like before you get to the NFL, then you're not meant to be here.
You're gonna lose leadership points in the locker room. Like this.
Yeah, you're gonna lose the entire team.
This guy.
Yeah. So come out of a game at quarterback? No, because you're out of breath. No. Yeah, that's something a defensive guy does because he ran down the field chasing somebody. No.
So, it is a hot take, man. Because I don't see them benching CJ Stroud. it's for Mills. It's just hard because I'll be shocked I'll be flabbergasted if they bench C.J. Stroud. That is a hot take because that's their franchise guy.
If they beat the Colts, I think they need to stick with Mills.
It depends on what. First of all, let's not even put the energy out there. First of all, I don't even like this conversation that we're having about if nothing, man. But hypothetically speaking, if they were to beat the Colts, it depends on what fashion they beat us. Like, if Mills goes crazy and throws 5 touchdowns and has like 400 passing yards, then okay, yeah, you might have to let him ride the hot hand. But if it's a close game, Mills maybe does just enough to win, like maybe gets a crazy throw or something, I don't know. But if it's a close game and he doesn't do that much to win the game, he just makes a clutch play at the end to win it or something, like walk-off field goal, they're probably going to stick with C.J. Stroud.
Man, I say even if it's a close game and he just makes the critical play or game manager, I still think you go with Davis. That's just my take.
That's a hot take.
That's hot, yeah. All right, real quick, we'll just keep it moving. This is a little bit of a weird one. I wasn't sure how to quite word this. We'll see how you disagree. Almost more than any other metric, quarterback play, defense, no matter what you want to throw out there, one of the most important, if not the most important stats is how many penalties you get. That determines good versus bad teams as much as any other stat you want to throw out there. And the Rams are a very under-penalized team. They barely get penalized or don't have critical penalties that move the chains or move the yards a lot. And because of that, they look amazing. But if you're like the Chiefs and Colts, where it's like you're getting penalties, it's looking sloppy all over the place. That game had more penalties than I care. Like, it's maybe I'm spoiled when I watch the Rams. I don't see that many penalties. I don't see screw-ups and mental errors. Like, one holding call on 2nd and 10, your drive's pretty much done. Like, teams that get a lot of penalties are just become bad teams, or they go from what could be a really good team down to mid.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of that's a medium take. I feel like they do get overlooked a lot of penalties because they could really definitely destroy a team, especially if they have a lot of momentum. It could cost you a game. A penalty could literally cost you a game. The Rams Super Bowl against the Bengals, they basically won because they got a penalty on Cooper Kupp. He got held and PI called on him.
Or it was holding.
Yeah.
Holding, and then maybe he got also interfered with after that because there was like multiple things going on there. It was weird.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but point is the penalty cost the Bengals the Super Bowl pretty much, so they could literally cost you games.
Yep.
Another game was the Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl where they had Juju, where he got basically like his jersey tugged and it was a foul and they threw the flag on the play and basically gave the Chiefs the Super Bowl against the Eagles that year. So I agree. I mean, penalties can kill a team.
Yeah, if you're a highly penalized team and you're in, like, let's say top 5 in that category, there's almost no way you're going to be a good team.
Yeah.
It's like impossible.
Discipline.
Yeah.
You're beating yourselves at that point.
Yeah, penalties.
You're not only beating yourself, you're playing another team that's also.
Yeah, if you get a lot of penalties, that to me almost cancels out having a good quarterback. Like, you can't just, it just kills you, man. Like, they determine games and good versus bad teams to an unbelievable degree, more than the media often talks about, in my opinion. Like, penalties should be something, the stat that, like, this is, like, we got to be bringing this up because this is changes the whole tenor of a season, a game as well as a whole season.
Yeah, I agree. So it might be a hot take to others, but I agree.
You agree with that?
You got to be, you got to be disciplined.
Yeah,
got to be disciplined
for sure. All right, well, that concludes my hot takes, and we did have a little fun outro segment. Just a quick little thing, help you get to know us, and it is in the holiday spirit. It was to list your top 3 Thanksgiving dishes. And if you want to put yours in the comments, anybody that watches this, go ahead, feel free. I'm curious to see what you guys like. But give me your bottom 2, and then we'll take turns revealing our top favorite.
All right, my bottom 2. So I'm gonna go with cornbread. I love cornbread. I don't know. Yeah, I love cornbread.
Yeah, cornbread.
I don't know why. I had it. First time I had it was like, I want to say like first grade or something like that. Around Thanksgiving time, and I've been hooked on it ever since. So cornbread would be my third one, and then my second one would be baked mac and cheese. I wish I knew how to make it.
Really?
But
I'm not a big baked mac and cheese guy. That's crazy.
What?
When it comes to mac and cheese, the cheaper, the shittier, the better. Give me that Kraft out of the box crap.
Hell no, that shit.
I don't like fancy mac and cheese that much.
I mean, I like my mac and cheese to have some soul in it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a mac and cheese lover guy. I don't know.
I love mac and cheese. I try not to eat it too much now because of carbs, and I'm trying to try to be on a healthy lifestyle. But I do love me some baked mac and cheese. I wish I knew more people that knew how to make it.
My wife makes it.
Baked mac and cheese? Dang, lucky. No, it's very hard, especially in Hispanic households. We don't really do baked mac and cheese like that, so I usually have to go out my way to find it. But it's really good. I love it. When I do have an opportunity to eat some, I'll definitely take that opportunity. But yeah, those are my bottom.
Those are your so my bottom two, I'd say one's a dessert. It's apple pie. I love apple pie. Any occasion with apple pie where there's a possibility of apple pie is awesome. Yeah. Now not all apple pie is created equally, but if it's a banger apple pie, that's what it is. Right there. Screw pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie's trash.
What? No, I like pumpkin pie.
If you have apple pie and you have pumpkin pie,
I'm going to pumpkin pie.
I'm going apple pie 100 times out of 100. Pecan pie is interesting. I won't get too into that. Yeah, it's a little interesting. If it's too goopy, I hate it. But if it's like full of pecans, then it's pretty good. So my other one, though, is just stuffing. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of stuffing. And if it's done well, it's not too dry, and it's got flavor, spiced up. I love stuffing. It's such a...
That's nasty.
It's just a Thanksgiving-y food. You're tripping. Turkey and stuffing are Thanksgiving. I mean, Jesus Christ. But yeah, what's your top favorite Thanksgiving
food to eat?
Food?
It's gonna be ham.
Ham. Yeah.
And baked ham.
Yeah. See, I would more associate that with Christmas, although it is often served at Thanksgiving as well. So I guess that counts.
Christmas, I guess, because Hispanics, we do like tamales and pozole and menudo and all that. I don't know if you know what that is, or if you guys have that out there in St. Louis. But no, we do more traditional Mexican food. But Thanksgiving, my dad usually bakes a ham. He does a pretty good job with it, so I love me some ham.
Ham is amazing, yeah.
Honorable mention, I'll throw in mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. Yeah,
mashed potatoes go with damn near anything. Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, mashed potatoes. You get that every time. That's a go-to. But my number one. Not many people know. It's surprising how many people have never had it. But green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole.
I hate green beans.
Oh man, with those French onions, those crunchy French onions, and that cream of mushroom soup mixed in, baked into that green beans. I don't even really like green beans that much, but man, green bean casserole is my. Like I told my wife, you guys eat. When we first met, I was like, wait a minute, you guys have Thanksgiving without green bean casserole? Like, this sucks. And then from there on, she make sure to have it every year, and I love it. I love it. That is my fave.
I hate onions. I hate mushroom. All that stuff I hate all the ingredients in green bean casserole. For me, I never even bother.
You hate the green bean. You hate the casserole.
I hate green beans. Yeah. Baked mac and cheese casserole. You might have my attention.
You ever had like those cheesy scallop potatoes?
Yeah.
Those could be an honorable mention. Yeah.
Those are good. I like those because it's kind of like, I don't know, like mashed potatoes with mac and cheese mix.
Yeah, kinda.
But they like hybrid.
Yes.
They're like a hybrid of the two.
And I would eat that more over mac and. I love potatoes, so.
I love potatoes too.
Yeah, those are a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Anyway. I guess that'll wrap it up. Thanks so much, guys, again, for checking out the podcast in episode 1. We understand the real way to thank you is to put on a good show. Ultimately, we want to earn your view. That's the most important thing. You guys showed up and showed out for the first episode, and we want to keep this thing rolling.
And it's only like I said last week, it's only gonna get better. So I feel like this episode is already a lot better than the weeks, and then keep going from there.
Yeah, we're hoping to improve week over week, and hopefully you see a little bit of that with this episode. So with that being said, we were. I don't want to announce anything, a discussion of what we should do, how to handle the games next week. So we'll just, on that note, we'll end it and we'll say peace out and see you guys next time.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mom.
Take care.